Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. Listen, man, I hope everybody's still riding high on this big victory, man. And listen, we got short week this week, man, and we got some news and note items we want to address, want to talk about real quick. One of them, of course, is going to be the Heisman odds. Where does Caleb stack up now? He's officially now in the Heisman odds. He's the favorite now to win the Heisman. And like I was talking to John Walker yesterday when we did the live, Caleb Williams, the only thing we're looking at now is just making sure Caleb has the right suit. What suit do you want to wear? Do you want to wear pinstripes? Do you want to wear the plain? Or do you want to go with the plaid? That's what we're looking at for Caleb Williams. We believe that it's locked, sealed, and delivered right now. And as a result, Caleb just has to go get the suit and the shoes. So listen, we want to talk about that, and we want to talk about the bowl projections. Where do they have USC? The third week now, they got USC essentially in the same place as far as bowl projections. Now, these guys are really coming close to where they picking USC to be at. And man, listen, it's a beautiful thing. I'm not mad at it. I like it. If I had a choice, I would say maybe Arizona first in the Fiesta Bowl, but we'll look at that. Then I want to look at where does Caleb Williams, I want to know what you guys think. Where does Caleb Williams stack up in your mind with the best USC quarterbacks, which was the last Heisman favorites? Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart. Where does Caleb Williams stack up? I got the numbers. We're going to look at those real quick. And then we're going to talk about real briefly before I get out of here, David Shaw. Man, David Shaw is I got much respect for David Shaw. He was a Stanford coach. He just parted ways yesterday with Stanford. And now we want to know, what does that mean for USC? What exactly does that mean for recruiting? Can we look at some transfer portal? Man, let's see exactly what we think that means. So listen, let's go into these numbers. Let's look at this real quick. Caleb Williams, how does he match up with the USC greats? Let's check this out.
Where's Caleb Williams stand with the all-time greats? Matt Leinart, Carson Palmer, and of course himself. Where does he stand, man? Look at it. Carson Palmer, 2002, 3,942 yards. 63.2 completion percentage, 33 TDs, 10 INTs. That's Carson Palmer in 2002. Then we look at the great Matt Leinart. All these guys won Heisman trophies. 3,815 yards, 65.7 completion percentage, 28 TDs, 8 INTs. Outstanding year for Matt Leinart. Then we look at Caleb Williams. Where does he match up compared to these guys? These are all-time greats. And he still has one game left. 3,712 passing yards. You guys got to understand, too, running yards is not even included in this because he has quite a bit of those. But 65.8 completion percentage, 34 TDs, 3 INTs. So Caleb, man, he's you look at his numbers, man. I've heard some people, this is like blasphemy, but I heard some people already say that Caleb Williams might be one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play at USC. Of course, we got to let his career, be done. Of course, the first year is not going to be accounted for because he was at Oklahoma already. But just what he's done already per season, this first season, man, he's had an outstanding year, and I think it's pretty safe to say. Looking at the yardage right now, you're looking at just shy of 300 some yards to make 4,000. I think it's safe to say that he can actually less than that. He can pass that Carson Palmer yardage, and of course the TDs, and even keep his INT. So we'll see what he does for the next game. But Caleb Williams is on pace right now to be one of the greatest USC quarterbacks. This is just looking at this. Sometimes, like I told you guys before, seeing is believing, but this is something amazing. This is the Heisman odds right here, and here's the article right here. It says Caleb Williams overtakes, this is 24/7 Sports. Caleb Williams overtakes C.J. Stroud as favorite, virtual lock. And so we know that he's a virtual lock, man. And you guys know that I talked to, as I was having a conversation with John Walker over the weekend, yesterday, I basically made reference, Caleb Williams' performance was so good where I said, look, we're not even talking about him winning the Heisman at this point. Only thing we're talking about is what kind of suit is he going to wear. Is he going to wear pinstripe, or is he going to wear plaid, or is he going to wear plain? Caleb Williams has it locked down. I believe that nobody's even coming close. But here's the odds right here. 2,200 is going to be Caleb first. And then right behind him, you're going to have C.J. Stroud, 2,500, plus 2,500. And then following him, you're going to have Max Duggan, QB TCU, plus 2,500. And then following him is going to be the Georgia quarterback, Stetson Bennett, plus 10,000. So those are the Heisman favorites. I guess now, Vegas is saying that I guess the Michigan running back is just totally out of it now. I know he got injured, but he was a good one. He had an outstanding season. It's some guys all throughout this year that's had a great season, but I believe Caleb officially separated himself. You guys seen it. He did the Heisman pose on the sideline. And Caleb Williams, man, it's his award now. Does he have to win the Pac-12 championship to solidify that? I guess it's only two guys, three: Stetson Bennett, Max Duggan, and Caleb Williams that have championship games. So I guess he does have to go out and make sure he performs just to seal the deal for the Heisman Trophy. C.J. Stroud is essentially, I don't know how they got him number 2 because he's essentially he's out of it. These other guys got opportunities with the extra game, the championship game. We know that the bowl games, the championships, semifinals are not even included. So these are the Heisman finalists right here for the most part. And this is what we're looking at. I think Caleb has it locked, sealed, and delivered. But let's take a look at some other stuff. All right, and for the third week in a row, we got it, man. I mean, this is what it is, man. It looks like everybody is projecting and predicting USC to go up against Georgia, man. If those other teams remain undefeated, I don't see it changing at all. The only way I can see it changing if one of those teams, maybe like a TCU, they lose a close one to Kansas State in the bowl game again, the Big 12 championship. The only way I see that changing is if that happens, and I don't even see them staying. If they lose that game, I could see they got Alabama sitting right on the outside right now. I don't see them remaining because of the strength of schedule. And I think the ranked opponents, I'm not sure how many ranked opponents I haven't even seen a lot of Big 12 teams in the college football playoff top 25. So I think if they lose, Alabama might slip in there because Alabama's right. They're right there. They're right there waiting. And I think that's why they kind of position them to be where they're at. But so here it is right here. December 31st, both games. You're going to have Georgia, USC, semifinal in Atlanta. I will be there if that's where it's going to be at. Either one of these games, I plan on being there. Fiesta Bowl, Glendale, Arizona, semifinal. Michigan, TCU. So this is what we got. What do you guys think? You guys, I know we got to handle business, but I'm always going to give you guys the bold projections. I'm always going to give you what how everybody is seeing, what Vegas is thinking, the Heisman odds, all the information. This is what they got projecting. Rose Bowl, they got Ohio State versus Washington. That should be a pretty good matchup. Washington did beat a Big Ten team this year, which is Michigan State. It'll probably be a shootout. Michael Penix, he's already played against Ohio State. I think he beat Ohio State one year. He played for Indiana. So I think that'll actually be a pretty decent matchup. I think it'll be pretty even. Cotton Bowl, Tulane versus Penn State. I think it'll be an absolute blowout. I've seen Tulane play, but I'm not sold on them. I mean, they, of course, what are they? Conference USA or Sun Belt or something? I don't even know what. I can't remember what but they're that at-large bid team. Alabama versus Kansas State. That'll be very interesting. That quarterback for Kansas State is something else. Tennessee versus Clemson. I have absolutely no idea about this game. This game is a little different. But Tennessee, I don't think their quarterback, their quarterback is gone for the year. I'm going to give the nod to Clemson on this one. But, yeah, those are the bowl matchups. Those are the New Year's Six bowl matchups. And That's what we got to look forward to, man, as of right now, if everything stands as is.
All right, so that's the Heisman odds. That's Caleb Williams where he matches up with the other USC greats. And then you see the bowl projections. So listen, let's flip over to David Shaw, man. David Shaw, Stanford coach, has parted ways. He's officially parted ways, and he's I don't know who they're gonna hire, but he's been Stanford's coach for a long time now. And man, the guy has great experience, man. He had some great teams, man. Of course, he had Christian McCaffrey, man, which is one that comes to my mind. And listen, man, some of those Stanford teams that David Shaw had were absolutely competitive, man. They gave USC fits, and some of those teams beat USC. And now he's moving on, man. So the question now becomes, does USC get some more of those players? You guys know we got Austin Jones. They got probably some interior players that we can probably use on the defensive side and the offensive side. E.J. Smith, I'm not saying that we're getting these guys, but I'm just throwing some stuff out there, man, because I don't know if you guys been noticing this, but the past couple of days, there's been a lot of guys going in the transfer portal. They've been making reference to them going into the transfer portal. I mean, some Texas A&M linebackers, I think a freshman running back from Texas A&M. There's been guys all over the country now. We're starting to see them pop up like crazy. And so now we're starting to see this. So listen, man, do you guys think we can pull from some of that talent? And then who do you guys think would be a good candidate for Stanford, the Stanford coach? That's kind of a major blow. But we know that they were having a bad season, but at the same time, you kind of just thought they might hang with them. But apparently the school wants to part ways, and otherwise, I think David Shaw would have stuck it out. Also in news, we've seen Arizona State hire Oregon's offensive coordinator. And listen, man, that guy's a good offensive coordinator, man. I've seen him. I've seen how he develop these plays for Bo Nix, and I've seen what they got going on as far as their offense. They got a nice scheme as it relates to their offense. So how does that translate over to being a coach? That's yet to be seen. I don't think every coordinator always translates well to being a good coach, but we'll see what he has. And if he's going to do the same thing as Lincoln and be kind of head coach, co-offensive coordinator, we'll see. That's remain to be seen. Also in the news, Cincinnati's coach, Luke Fickell, looks like he's hired at Wisconsin, I believe. It's Wisconsin. So, man, listen, it is a lot of movement taking place right now. The coaching carousel is starting up, and I think that can only speak well for USC right now, because them being a hot team and them putting the transfer portal like they did this year, we can expect that again. And listen, I think USC is going to have first dibs as it relates to all of these different movements. So you might see guys come from all over, man. And I'm expecting that, along with the great recruiting class that we had, the recruits that we had this past weekend. So listen, USC is about to capitalize on all fronts. Coaches leaving and recruits, all due to winning, man. So listen, you guys hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. Listen, until tomorrow, man, listen, everybody stay blessed. Everybody get up, get out. Make some things happen, man. You see it's early, but listen, man, you see what it is right here. Pre-workout is on and popping, man. It's on and cracking. It's straight go time, man. We about to go get it, man. So listen, like, share, subscribe. USCJ32 on Instagram. USCJ32 on Twitter. Until tomorrow, man, listen. Fight on, fight on, fight on.